So we are working on a Audi, and this is a little different than what we're used to. This is a Q3 2-liter turbo all-wheel drive setup, and the customer came in and they said, man, when I'm going down the road it feels like something fierce under this thing just beating on the bottom of the car. But that's because the carrier bearing shot inside the housing, beating on the bottom of the car. And then you go down here and you look at the ends and they're just shot. Just beating around inside that housing, both ends. So a new one at the dealer, I think they said, because they're not like super available, was like $2,200, and we had to wait like a week to get it. And you know, obviously there's somewhat of a company markup. To us it was like 19, to the customer's 22. It's business, that's markup. But we went through LKQ. LKQ said they had a good newer one with low miles on it, and it looked like it's brand new. The first one showed up and all the bearings were falling out of the center support, just falling right out of the tube as it was coming off the truck. And said, no, we were refusing this one. You got a customer already paid for the unit up front, and they had to wait another week and a half for it to show up because of the holiday. Finally it came in, and we just got this one in here. New unit installed. Instead of it being $2,200 to the customer, it ended up costing the customer $1,000. For a good used one, it's not going to be banging all over the place, and all the shielding and stuff underneath this needs to come apart to get this thing out of here. Unfortunately, this was the best route to go because this vehicle is no longer covered under warranty. It's got like 72,000 miles on it, and I think it might even be like a salvage title or something like that. I'm not even sure what the stipulation is, but no extended warranty, no nothing. This customer had to end up coming out of pocket because it's like a 2.3 hour job because of all the shielding that has to come off, the drive shaft being removed and reinstalled, plus the $1,000 for the drive shaft. So I mean, this ended up being like a, I think with tax and everything out the door, was close to $1,600. Pretty sad with a vehicle with 72,000 miles on it. The drive shaft's already gone. It's set up just like the Ford ones. They ended up taking a crap. It's 50, 60, 70,000 miles. I hate these rubber bushing, rubber yoke that go to the transfer cases, the transmission, the rear ends. I hate it because they're just, it's a trash design, and they end up coming apart and doing more damage than what just a regular yoke drive shaft would do. There's no benefit to them, and it's pretty sad. The customer had to come out of $1,600 out of pocket for a used drive shaft because a new one's too expensive and over a week out, if they can even get it. And the vehicle's super low miles and it's already shot. Vehicle manufacturing, a lot of people would say COVID manufacturing, but this has been going on long before COVID. That's just my thoughts. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you like these drive shafts? I sure as hell don't. Now it's time for the test drive and get the customer back in their vehicle. What can you do, man? You're working within your constraints within the industry, still trying to make somewhat of a profit, trying to not piss people off too bad, and you still end up making them mad, and there's no win-win for nobody. Yeah, it's driving beautiful, but 72,000 miles on it. It's driving really, really good now. It's just, you know, it just sucks that already drive shaft is gone at 72,000 miles. One of the biggest things with these is, you notice new tires in the rear and old tires in the front. That's a no-no with all-wheel drive. You do not want to do that. You want them all to be pretty much within 1/32 of each other or something like that. You can't. You got to keep them rotated on an all-wheel drive vehicle. You got to keep them very similar in tire size. Brand new in the back, really low, like 5/32 in the front, 10/32 in the back. That will not fly. You will ruin an all-wheel drive system that way. Might be part of the reason why, you know, after doing some investigation and looking at everything, why this happened. And we also told the lady before, you know, hey, we can't completely blame this on the manufacturer or the drive shaft. It's pretty sad that it did happen at 72,000 miles, but it looked like you got some bad tires on the front and new on the rear. We suggest you put new ones on the front as well, to at least match the ones on the rear of the same make and and model tire, preferably, so they wear the same, and still hasn't changed it. So I bet you by, you know, another 40-50,000 miles, all-wheel drive unit will be messed up, or the drive shaft will be bad again, one or the other. Just, this is sad overall that this type of stuff happens.